here a Traveler guitar, ultralight acoustic type guitar thing, electric acoustic, and this is my review of it. I've got to say I am completely blown away by it. I checked online. I wrote some notes and stuff over here. That's what I keep glancing at. I checked online after I got it and read some reviews and things, and something that keeps popping up is how great it is for what it is, and that of course is true. It's not an acoustic guitar. It's not an electric guitar. It without the amp, it has almost no volume at all. Well, it's the volume of an unplugged electric guitar. So not much at all. Plugged in, it is the piezo thing. Kind of, I hate to say it, it is what it is because it makes it sound like you're settling. But it's not. It's a great guitar. I love it. A friend of mine gave it to me as a surprise, and in red, because red is the coolest guitar color, best sounding guitar and all that. Anyway, the young lady that invented the pick slinger that I have here, she gave this to me as a surprise gift, just an appreciation. So I opened it up out of the UPS box, totally shocked, and pulled it out, and I was like, wow, this is really neat. It's bizarre. All my students are like, what is that thing? It's definitely, kind of catches your eye. But anyway, I pulled it out of the box, and the action on it was great. It was in tune. I was blown away. I pulled it out of the box. This is like 2 weeks ago. Pulled it out of the box. G chord was in tune. The intonation is as good as I've ever had on an acoustic guitar with a non-adjustable saddle. This isn't really an acoustic guitar, but you know what I mean. Acoustic guitar bridge. Blew me away. The action's great. The intonation's great. It was in tune right out of the box from the factory, wherever it shipped from California, I believe, all the way to us up here in freezing cold New England. But anyway, so I wrote some notes so that I can sort of try to stay on track. I've been playing it for about 2 weeks, almost exclusively. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's tiny. It's a full scale 34 3/4, like a Gibson kind of scale length. So it looks shorter, but it's definitely a full length neck and everything. The width of the nut is a little wider than I'd like. It's, according to online, I didn't measure it, but I believe them. It's 1 3/4 inches, and I like it slightly slimmer. But I'm not really an acoustic guitar guy. I'm an electric guitar guy, so, a little bit wider for an acoustic is totally cool for chords and stuff, gives you a little more space. The little hanger here, I'm not super fond of. I'm probably going to take it off. It has like a zip tie holding it on, and I don't know if you can see, there's like a little knobby thing sticking out. So when I play like an F chord or an A minor or an E, my finger hits it and it kind of bothers me. Not a huge deal. The neck is a little chunky, but not bad at all. It's about the same thickness all the way down. It's a maple neck, maple body, ebonized rosewood fretboard, which I think is just rosewood that, isn't like premium rosewood, so they dye it black. But everybody does that. Gibson has been doing that for years, whatever. No big deal. It's slightly neck heavy, but that's not a huge issue. The tuners are right down here, and they correspond to the way they would on a 3 per side headstock. So this here is the low E, the A, the D, the G, the B, and the high E. The only real issue that I have with this whole design, and I get it, you know, it's there's so many things on this that I'm like, that's just absolutely genius. The roller things here that the strings go over, the ball end goes in this aluminum piece at the top, and truss rod adjustment and everything. The ball ends of the strings go in here, the nut down here over the bridge, over these roller saddles, and then they go to the corresponding tuners on the back. And you tune right here. It's a little awkward to get your fingers in there to tune. The good thing is I guess I'll do a positive, negative, positive sandwich. I think they call it in like management school. The good thing is the tuning on this is incredibly stable. So pulling it out of the box and having it in tune is indicative of how it is. I tune it up and it's in tune, and it rarely, you know, strays from that, except for like if it's been sitting there for 3 days or whatever at work or whatever. That's the positive. The negative is it's a little hard to get your fingers in here to tune, but luckily you don't have to do it that often. I have a couple strats that I'm tuning like mid-song and stuff. It's kind of a hassle. This you tune it and it's pretty much all done. The roller things is genius for the tuning and all that. The issue that I have with these is when you tune down, they stick a little bit. So you tune down, 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 and then all of a sudden it goes. So what I do is I tune down and tune up to pitch, nice and slowly, making sure that everything's all settled in. You should be doing that anyway, so it's not like a huge issue. But it makes the tuning like right here, which is, you know, the positive of the positive, negative, positive thing. The tunings are right here, and it makes this just incredibly compact and incredibly like ergonomically designed. It's just amazing. Like I almost want to go and get one of those Steinberger headless ones that they had in the 80s and give that a run, a try, because this is just really cool. So let's see, did I miss anything? The gig bag is totally cool. It's amazing. It'll, you know, go in the overhead compartment of a plane, and it's so easy just to throw it in the bag and throw it in the car and everything. It's incredibly stable. I don't have to worry about hitting the tuners or the headstock breaking off of a Gibson or anything like that. It's, you know, just feels unbelievably solid. And it has this leg rest thing that I don't really use. It fits in here, and it sits on your leg like that. And the problem is it's really smooth and slippery, and it keeps kind of sliding around, and I don't like that. And it seems to move the playing portion of the guitar a little this way, sort of like a Les Paul-ish when you're sitting, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like it a little more sort of this way, more Stratish, but whatever, you know. So I just don't use this at all. And I think that's about it. The gig bag definitely gets some weird looks when I'm walking into work. I go past, you know, some cars and people sometimes sitting in the cars, and I don't know if, you know, they think it looks like some sort of an assault rifle or something. But it's totally amazing. And it even doesn't sound bad at all with some gain and everything. So I even had it running through my Marshall Jubilee, the half stack, the reissue one that came out a couple of years ago, the little 20-watt one, and it sounded kind of cool. So I can't really do a whole lot of shredding because the strings are just so thick and everything. And it is slightly neck heavy, so it makes it a little bit, you know, have to hold it up. I keep trying to bend and remembering that I can't bend as easily as I normally can. Yeah, see? So it does have that like piezo brittleness to it, but it's still pretty cool. So I am blown away. I would absolutely recommend this to anybody. They run like about $300 and so totally worth it. Just, you know, because you can throw it in the car. It's like super easy just to lug it around wherever you want. You don't have to worry about the tuners getting bumped, the headstock getting, you know, banged, the neck getting shifted on a fender or whatever, bolt-on neck. It's just amazing. So I would definitely say give it a go. And you know, I'm definitely interested in trying out the electric model of this. It has a pickup and everything right there. And so, Traveler Guitar, if you are watching this, I'm definitely interested in trying one out. So